Gosford on a sultry summer evening. Palm trees, sauce bottles, cannons, waterside views and football. What more could you ask for on a Saturday evening? Central Coast Mariners have asked the locals for more support this week, but their team can't be blamed. They are the A-League's great entertainers and could well be the one outfit that can give Melbourne City a run for their money this season. Here's the team news. 4 changes for Nick Montgomery, 3 enforced, with Benny and Kololo suspended, and Storm Rue and Jacob Farrell both out with what's described as slight injuries. Thomas Aquilina and Dan Hall come into the back 4. Paul Ayongo makes his first start since December the 11th, and Harrison Steele is replaced in midfield by Max Ballard. Jason Cummings did train this week, but is only good enough for a spot on the bench, alongside new signing Christian Theoharis. Just the one change for the Wanderers. Roman Amalfitano returns to the midfield, with Oli Bozanic set to line up in a more attacking role against his former club. Rami Nazarene drops out of the matchday squad. Marcelo has recovered from the injury that forced him off in the first half against the Jets. He starts, and after a 6-game absence, Milos Ninkovic returns on the bench. A bench that does not include Suleiman Kripic, who Marko Rudan has confirmed has been released from the club. Kusina Yengi remains on the sidelines. Well, always a good following up from the west of Sydney to cheer on the red and black for this local affair, and the Mariners fans are here, of course, in numbers as well. Leading the Mariners, Thomas Love-Machella, alongside Marcelo, has formed a formidable partnership in that Wanderers defence. And after a false start, we are underway in Gosford. On paper, this is the match of the round without question. The Mariners attacking Richards against the Wanderers' mean defence. Who wins this one and why, Daniel McBreen?
Well, it'll be an intriguing contest tonight, Simon. The Mariners are really starting to make this place a fortress again, winning their last 4, and really, I think, shocked everyone the last time these two met with a convincing 3-0 win. They weren't too great out of the trap.
Oh, here's a chance. Oli Bozanic forcing a fine save out of Danny Vukovic after they made a horrible hash of the clearance. And Bozanic was onto it in a flash, and it needed Danny Vukovic to be at his very best. Brian Kaltak with a complete miscue.
Well, I was just about to say they weren't too good out of the traps last week, and that's something Monty would have addressed. Well, they've done the same here. And Western Sydney have the early pressure.
Little pirouette by Silvera. Not the right release. And Bakoto on halfway. Lifting it towards Borrello. It'll drop for Wilmering. Borrello again. Bozanic in the box. Near post. They claim a corner, the Wanderers, but they're not going to get it.
Well, that was great play from Western Sydney. The Mariners just giving the ball away a little frenetically at the moment. It was great 1-2 play for Borrello with great strength and a lovely touch around. And Oli Bozanic got across the front post there.
All for Ballard. Chance for Roos to attack Gabriel Clerc and unleash. And it's deflected away for a throw.
Well, it's been a rare respite for the Mariners, hasn't it? It's unrelenting pressure for the opening 12.5 minutes. There he is, Jason Cummings.
The Cumdingo's not howling just yet.
Maybe as that moon starts to rise and the sun goes down.
Those 10 final third entries for the Wanderers say everything. Here's a chance though. Not a bad try. And Marco Tullio always seemed as though it was drifting wide of that right-hand upright. Here's Murchela. Straight at Nisbet, who lifts it over the top beautifully. Tullio! That should have been 1-0. gilt-edged chance for Marco Tullio, but he put it wide. Beautifully found by Nisbet.
Well, they've weathered the storm, the Mariners, and now they're coming back. Lovely ball from Nisbet. The run was fantastic, and so was the first touch here from Tullio. And then he just had to pick his spot in the bottom corner. A little bit too much bend on it, and it just squirms its way past the post. And he'll be disappointed with that. But look at the ball. Josh Nisbet, absolute quality.
That's a good ball from Nieuwenhof, and Bazanic's onside, into the path of Brandon Borrello. Needed a second touch. He surely must finish. Cleared off the line by Hall, and Borrello again. Surely the Wanderers must score, but they can't. And ultimately the flag has gone up, and the Mariners somehow survive. And credit to Dan Hall.
Well, it was wonderful play from Western Sydney again, and at the heart of it, Oliver Bozanic, a man on a mission tonight. You see, he makes the original run, the Harvey Norman replay there. Now, that's the ball that I think initially was called, or eventually was called offside. Not sure it was. Borrello had a mountain of work to do, and in the end, flag went up. See here, 1, 2, 3, and just when you think it's in the net, up pops another yellow shirt and says, no, thank you.
Garang Kuol heavily involved in that particular win that night as well. Aquilina. Nice touch by Sammy Silvera. Gonna have a go here! Absolute gold from Sammy Silvera. Drills it into the corner as he scores for the second time against Western Sydney this season. And Central Coast Stadium is a wall of sound.
Well, isn't he loving life on the Central Coast? Sammy Silvera. The Harvey Norman replay will show a wonderful turn there, loses his defender. He had options to play, out to the left. No need. He assesses the situation on his left foot, a slight deflection, maybe takes it past Lawrence Thomas. But that's a wonderful finish as it skids in that bottom corner. But they've weathered the storm early, and now they've taken the lead. A fantastic goal from Sam Silvera.
They find themselves behind thanks to this man, Sammy Silvera, who's really picked up on that challenge laid down to him by Nick Montgomery after the departure of Garang Kuol. Almost as if he said, look, it's your spot now and it's yours to lose. Here's Traore. And Bakoto. Traore's continued his run. Tullio trying to get back level with him. Good centre. And Oli Bozanic sliding in again. That's 4 chances he's had. He can't come much closer.
Well, it had to be Oli Bozanic again, didn't it? Another sweeping move down the left-hand side. Western Sydney have had some success there. Great ball in for Adama Traore. And through a sea of Mariners shirts, Oli Bozanic comes scything through, and under heavy pressure, just shades it on the outside of the post.
The team has played well, but find themselves trailing. Here's Bozanic, lovely little reverse ball for Wilmering. Now Borrello takes over. Fancy that was a shot charged down by Michael Roos, who's back helping out his defensive teammates. Nurchula. Wilmering's header. Borrello. And Bakoto. Borrello again. Mariners trying to stay compact. Floated up towards Wilmering, and it will sit for him. Oh, look at that! Look at that! From Yeni and Bakoto. That is just magic. The back heel that he had no right to do, given his body position. The Wanderers tie it up, and that is just brilliant improvisation from Yeni and Bakoto.
Well, it's just fantastic play from Western Sydney. Harvey Norman replay shows no offside there. And there's only Mariners shirts everywhere, but the persistence of Yeni Mbakoto to get in. He's used his body well this evening, and here's another occasion, but the touch, the back heel is pure finesse. That is class.
Tulio's ball, a little heavy off Ayongo, but Silvera has wriggled clear of Wilmering and is trying to get clear of Kleur, and that's going to be a booking for the fullback. Had he got round him, he would have been through one-on-one with Lawrence Thomas, and that was probably a case of Gabriel Kleur having to take one for the team. Is there a little routine here? Oh, it's the little flick up, and Tulio on the follow-up, volleys wide. Well, the flick up free kick. I know one commentator will be happy about that. But I'll tell you what, we were happy with that first half. That was terrific. In warm conditions, the two teams really going at each other. A contest befitting of two teams with serious trophy ambitions. Sammy Silvera putting the Mariners ahead with a fine strike on the half-hour mark. What about the response from Yeni Mbakoto? A moment of pure class. There's been plenty of other chances besides, a few of them to Ollie Bozanic of the Wanderers against his old club. But at the break, they are all square. Central Coast Mariners 1, Western Sydney Wanderers 1. And we are set to go for the second half in Gosford. Mariners getting the ball back rolling, attacking the goal to the left of your screen in this second half and looking to create something right from the off. It's Sammy Silvera on the left. No changes made at half-time, Macca, and I guess why would the coaches? The two teams have played so well.
They have, and as we sat and digested that at half-time, all we could ask for is another 45 minutes of that first half. And I'm sure both coaches would have seen areas they can improve in, but it's been an electrifying game from end to end. Both teams having chances, very physical, combative as well in midfield.
Be a Mariners throw, despite the fact that Max Ballard really tried his best to keep that ball in play, feeling that perhaps the throw-in was going to go against his team. Tulio can't stick hold of it. To thump it upfield. Finds Triantis and a bit of space here for Nisbet. Ballard on the spin. Punches it in towards the top of the box to find Tulio. Now with Sammy Silvera building nicely here, the Mariners. Tulio, Nisbet, Silvera. Shifts it onto that right boot, and it almost sneaks in at that back post. And surely any sort of a touch. And that's 2-1 Central Coast, and credit therefore to Adama Traore. And it was curling and curling, and Michael Roos just couldn't apply the final touch.
Well, Adama Traore didn't know whether to leave that, touch it, let it go, block the defender, and in the end he just did enough. They were patient there, the Mariners, in the build-up.
Mbakoto. That's an intelligent ball, and Simmons takes it in his stride with aplomb. It's Aidan Simmons, checks back and finds Brandon Borrello. 2-1 Wanderers! A razor-sharp finish with the left boot of Brandon Borrello, who scores for the fourth time this season. Simmons gets the plaudits for the assist, and the Wanderers are in front.
Well, Tristan McManus told us that Marco Rodin put him on there to get at him and get forward. It's a wonderful run, and this first touch there is sublime. Harvey Norman replay shows, I thought he could have taken the shot there, but great awareness. Borrello clears it out of his feet and rockets it into the bottom corner. And Caltech there, just a little stagnant It's great feet from Borello, low and hard. And we've seen the signature celebration. Marco Rudan said, I don't want to see that anymore. So the improvisation there as well. But that's a great goal. Well worked from Western Sydney.
Now we're back to it. Harrison Steele. Caltac. Triantis. Secting one of the defensive lines. Paulina trying to get beyond Traore, not quite able to do so. Jason Cummings in position to receive the throw. Square of him is Josh Nisbet. Steele is creeping forward. Theoharis going to have a go. It's awkward for Thomas. And was there a foul there? Sean Evans says no. Krzyzewski went over the top of the pro Lawrence Thomas. Was there contact? VAR will be looking at it. Thomas has taken a whack to the head. For now, Sean Evans says no penalty.
We'll have to see that on a replay, but it was a wicked shot. Theoharis moved in the air, almost caught Lawrence Thomas.
No, I don't think that's a penalty.
I agree. You see that there was the movement in the air that deceived Lawrence Thomas. Krzyzewski gets there. I think Thomas just enough and gets a hand on it, maybe.
Yeah, I think that's crucial.
Yeah.
But it had wicked swerve on it, didn't it? Mariners penalty claims denied. Lawrence Thomas having to clear his head. Because the Mariners still have this corner into the final 20. Plus a bit of stoppage time. Tullio drives into the back post. Caltac was arriving. Wanderers clear their lines for now. Foul by Badalato, going through the back of his opponent. What's going on here? Sean Evans wants to have a word.
Brendan Borello may have said something here.
Well, he's called out Nectar Triantis. Maybe still leading the protests and believing that his team should have had a penalty. I don't know. Marcelo just nodding his agreement with the advice given by Sean Evans.
I love
which
him.
I don't really think was required.
He's always there or thereabouts, isn't he?
Yeah, that's right, Rev. Yeah, you tell him. Oh dear, that's experience for you. And they need that experience, the Wanderers. Whereas the Mariners are starting to ask a few questions. Free kick rolled short from Theoharis for Tullio. Nobody's tracked Theoharis. 2-1! Or rather 2-2, I should say. Nectar Triantis. Wow! Just had a talking to from referee Sean Evans. That's his response. Mariners all square. Unbelievable.
Well, he got a stern dressing down and he's replied with a goal. It was a different set piece, unexpected from Western Sydney. 2v1 created, the ball cuts back. And you know what? I think Jason Cummings might claim this off the chest and in the goal. And I think you might find it's great play from Theoharis, cuts back, and there it is. Jason Cummings off the chest. He will definitely, as a striker, claim that one. Poor old Nectar Triantis is going to find that doesn't go to him.
Unless it goes to Adama Traore as an own goal, because he gets the final touch. Anyway, I'm sure the Mariners don't care. However many touches it took on the way through. Triantis again. Asking a fair bit of a very tired-looking Thomas Aquilina. And the Wanderers will bring it clear. Lapane. Borello still everywhere, Brendan Borello. Back in midfield, setting up chances, threaded through by Badalato. Here's Clare, and Simmons just needed a touch, and that was surely game one for the Wanderers.
Well, they've soaked up so much pressure in this second half, but they've had the better chances, haven't they, Western Sydney, to steal all 3 points. A wonderful ball, and again, Clare in that advanced position just can't quite find the ball.
They're like two tired boxers on the ropes, throwing punches. Desperate for a winner, breaks here for Marco Tullio. Can they find it? Cummins, and Thomas was going the wrong way, but the deflection takes it wide. Extraordinary.
Well, this is unbelievable stuff, end to end.
Look at the tension on the faces of the fans. They'll sleep well tonight as well. Here's Kozewski. Nisbet. Oh, appeal for handball. It's just outside the area, I think. Yep. Yep. A few Wanderers' hearts in mouths there. Tullio saying no, it was inside. It's out.
Yeah, it's outside.
Now we're ready. Theoharis goes for goal. Oh, it grazes the crossbar. A game of centimetres. Wow.
What about this game? If this doesn't get bums on seats, I don't know what will. He has gone against probably everyone's thoughts. He's gone for goal. And it has hit the crossbar. Lawrence Thomas was beaten. Wow, what a game we've seen.
Well, a point almost seems scant reward for both teams, but that's what they end up with. What a breathtaking game of football that was. It really lived up to its billing. Brendan Borello was sensational throughout. He scored the second goal for the Wanderers. Yenny and Bakoto with the first after Sammy Silvera had given the Mariners the lead. And then Jason Cummings with his 8th of the season, ensuring a share of the spoils for the Central Coast. It all feels a bit flat because both teams gave so much. That was a terrific advert for the competition. Well done to the two coaches and the players, as you were at the top for these two after this stalemate. The Wanderers still with just that one win since the World Cup break, while the Mariners' run of 4 straight home victories is halted, but they will remain in second spot tonight, having missed an opportunity to close the gap on Melbourne City to just 2 points. Central Coast Mariners 2, Western Sydney Wanderers 2.